Have you got a minute to learn about ADD and ADHD? Attention Deficit Disorder, or ADD, is also known as Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD. In May 2013, the 5th edition of the Diagnostics and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, or DSM-5, was released by the American Psychiatric Association. The DSM-5 changed the criteria necessary to diagnose someone with ADHD. There are 3 types of ADHD. The first type is inattentive. That's when a person shows enough symptoms of inattention or easy distractibility. They aren't hyperactive or impulsive, they are inattentive. The second type of ADHD is hyperactive and impulsive. This is when a person has symptoms of hyperactivity and impulsivity, but not inattention. And thirdly, there is the combined type of ADHD. This type is when a person has symptoms of inattention, hyperactivity, and impulsivity. By the age of 5, most children have learned how to pay attention to others, sit quietly when instructed to, and not say everything that pops into their head. So by the time children reach school age, those with ADD or ADHD stand out in all 3 behaviours: inattentiveness, hyperactivity, and impulsivity. Any child can be fidgety or have trouble paying attention, but when a child with ADHD has symptoms of inattention, hyperactivity, and impulsivity to such an extent that they can become a distraction at home or in the classroom. With each set of symptoms, there are a number of criteria that a child will need to meet in order to be diagnosed. The number of criteria needed for a diagnosis can vary by age. Children up to the age of 16 must show 6 or more symptoms, but anyone over the age of 17 only needs 5. These are the symptoms for inattention. If your child is easily distracted, is forgetful even in daily activities, fails to give close attention to details in schoolwork or in other activities, including making careless mistakes, has trouble keeping attention on tasks or activities, or ignores a speaker even when they're spoken to directly, or if they don't follow instructions or fail to finish schoolwork or chores and lose focus or are easily sidetracked, if they have trouble with organisation, if they don't like or avoid tasks that require long periods of mental effort such as homework, if they lose vital things needed for tasks and activities like their books. Here are the symptoms for hyperactivity and impulsivity. So if your child appears to always be on the go, if they're excessively talking, or if they have severe difficulty waiting for their turn, if they're squirming in their seat or tapping their hands or feet or fidgeting, if they get up from a seat when remaining seated is expected, or if they run around or climb in inappropriate situations, if they're unable to quietly play or take part in leisure activities, if they blurt out an answer before a question has been finished, or if they intrude on and interrupt others constantly. There are other criteria a psychologist assesses before giving a diagnosis, like whether they display several symptoms before the age of 12, or whether they exhibit symptoms in more than one setting, such as school or at home or with friends or other activities. Also, if there's clear evidence that the symptoms interfere with their functioning at school or work, or their ability to socialise with others. The symptoms can range from mild to severe, depending on a person's unique physiology and environment. If you spot just a few signs, or the symptoms appear only in some situations, it's probably not ADHD. Sometimes kids who are having trouble with reading are incorrectly diagnosed with ADHD or struggle with both ADHD and dyslexia. A learning disorder like dyslexia could be mistaken for ADHD, as the symptoms your child has developed may be coping strategies for not understanding how to read. While ADD or ADHD isn't caused by bad parenting, there are effective parenting strategies that can go a long way to correct a problem. Children with ADD or ADHD need structure, consistency, clear communication, and rewards and consequences for their improved behaviour. And focus is a plus for all kids and can be even more valuable for kids with learning and attention issues. There are steps you can take to regain control of the situation while helping your child make the most of their abilities. If you have a child who is ADD or ADHD and is struggling with reading, my online courses provide self-regulation strategies and reading techniques that will turn the negative experiences around so your child can stay positive and focused. Go to my How We Help page, and with your love, support and encouragement, together we can get your struggling reader on the road to success. If you like that video, what are they going to do? Press like down there. Hi, it's Marianne from dyslexia.com.au, and if you like that video, press like down below, and you can also subscribe to my channel so that you get notified when there's a new video for you to watch.